As a full-service production company, sometimes we're limited in terms of the spaces we have access to. This can make it quite challenging to capture interesting interview frames, but with our expertise in creative problem solving, we can make the most out of any space. We recently had the opportunity to shoot a promotional video for PHE Canada at a high school on Prince Edward Island. We've really been challenging ourselves to make the most out of every single space and see how compelling we can make the interview frame. This library space turned out to be an ideal location. Its size and visual appeal provided us with a ton of options for framing. Given that this video was about a program for students, our main objective was to clearly convey the school environment. To achieve this, we wanted to include as much of the library as possible in the frame, which helped create depth and a sense of the place we were in. We also used some creative lighting techniques to fill in the space between the shelves and set some room tone. And then we used 2 more totally different camera angles to make for more interesting cuts in the edit. We knew there was a possibility that some of the kids might not want to have their faces on camera. So we thought it would be interesting to shoot down at their hands while they were speaking, giving us the option of anonymity in post. We rarely consider how much is communicated in people's hands when they're speaking, but they say a lot. On the flip side, sometimes the spaces that we're given are a little more limiting. Take this one for example. We recently worked with a client promoting a new medical device, and our location was in a medical building. To make the most out of the space, we strategically set up in the hallway. This gave us a nice deep space to shoot into, which gave us a lot of depth. It doesn't look like much to the human eye, but it can look really great on camera. We didn't have control over the building's lighting, which meant we had to think outside of the box. Our first step was to block the overhead light using a black sheet, which we call a negative. This gave us more control over how we could shape the light on our subject. We also had to work with the different colors and temperatures of the available lights. Again, since we didn't have control over the lights, we opted to match the temperature of our main light to the house lights and also set the camera color settings to match. This ensured that the lighting felt natural looking and seamless. Even though every location presents its own unique set of challenges, with our expertise in lighting, cinematography, and set design, we make the most out of every space, every time.